Hi all, welcome to channel. So in this video we will see how we can create table snapshots on periodic basis using BigQuery scripts, right? And also we will see BigQuery procedural language features, right? We will try to leverage those to create table snapshot, right? And also we will schedule that script, right? Usually whenever you try to run a script, right, that script will be executed through user credentials, right? But in this video we will see a concept called, we'll try to create a service account. We'll use that service account to schedule our scripts instead of user credentials, right? So in the first step we will see how that BigQuery script look like, right? It would look like this. So we will embed multiple SQL statements into single BigQuery script. So in the first step you can see there is a variable declaration, and then in variable assignment we'll try to define timestamps and expiration time of that table snapshot, and then we'll try to concatenate everything and we'll try to execute that query as a dynamic SQL, right? So this is how it look like, right? So in the second step we'll try to create the service account in the same project wherever we have that base table and which snapshots have to be created, and then we'll grant necessary IAM permission to read data from the base dataset from where we are trying to create snapshots, and also we'll try to grant necessary permission to the same service account which will try to create snapshot into a backup dataset, right? So while creating snapshot, each snapshot must have unique names, as this concept I've already discussed in my previous video. So in order to do that we'll try to define, right, timestamp. If it is a daily basis we'll try to append the date, right, in this format. If it is a timestamp basis we'll try to append the timestamp including date, year, month, date and hour, minute. If it is a month basis we'll try to append first day of each month, right? So we are just trying to derive this value from these SQL statements, variable 1 and variable 2, right? Then we'll try to append that to the original table snapshot, and then we'll create that snapshot, right? So in the last step, as I already discussed, we will see how we can schedule that query and how we can use service account to schedule that query, right? So there are few IAM permission required to work with service account. These are the different permission required to work the service account for creating and accessing, for granting different roles to the service account. In the second step, so these are the different permission required are to be granted to that service account to perform creating table snapshots, right? I hope you got this concept and you clearly understood, right? So in the demo we'll see, we will write a BigQuery script, right? For the demo purpose I've already written the script, so I will go through each and every line, right? So it would have a declaration section and then execution section and then exception section. We'll try to run that script in the BigQuery editor, and we'll try to create snapshot one by one using timestamp, right? In the second step we will schedule the same script, and then we will basically update the service account, the same schedule, to run our schedules, right, instead of using user credentials, right? We will see all this concept one by one. Let us quickly move to the demo, right? So this is the script. So see here, so this is the declaration part where we are defining few variables. This is the snapshot name where we are trying to append timestamps to the snapshot name in order to maintain the uniqueness of the snapshot. So this is an expiration, so we can dynamically derive the value of the expiration date time. So that is what I'm doing. So then query, so I'm just assigning, I'm concatenating everything, because this is in fact say uh, create snapshot DDL statement, right? So we'll try to see how these values are getting derived, the actual values of these particular variables one by one. right? So for the demo purpose, right, I am trying to create snapshot every minute actually. So because I can't demo, right, if I have to create snapshot on daily basis, right, I'll have to wait, right, for next day, right? In order to demo, I've been using this concept where I'm trying to create snapshot on every minute, if, right? But whenever we are trying to schedule the script, right, then we'll comment this part and we'll uncomment this part where I'm trying to create snapshot on daily basis, right? Let us examine these values, how these values are written, right? This is first thing, expiration variable, right? Let me try to execute this query, right? If you see our time, then it will be automatically deleted from the data set, right? So next we will see this one, right? So if you try to execute this, right, it will give year, month, date in this format, right? Whenever we are trying to schedule that script, we will use this, but for demo purpose I am using this thing. Instead of day, I'm using timestamp. Let us try to execute this again, right? See, now hour, minute and seconds have been updated. For the demo purpose, I've been using this, right? Now go back to the script. Once I have everything, I'm concatenating everything. Like if you see, this is create snapshot table. It's the same syntax to create snapshot table, right? It's a DDL statement, snapshot name, and then we have to use clone data set, right, and the table, right, and the expiration timestamp, it is coming from this value, right? Snapshot name is coming from this value, right? So you will have to execute this using this execute immediate class, because in order to execute any dynamic SQL, this is a dynamic SQL, right? So you need to use execute immediate class for that. So whoever is having some good knowledge SQL, they might have already known this concept, right? Now we'll try to execute this script, right? So let me try to create my first snapshot. I'm going to create this snapshot in my backup dataset over here. If you see the backup dataset, you don't see anything over here. Once I execute, then this will create first snapshot which belongs to the current snapshot, right? Current timestamp, sorry. You can see now snapshot is created, right? Now wait for some more time. Then we'll try to run the same script which will create one more snapshot with a different timestamp, right? So let me do that. Again run this. It's gonna create one more snapshot with a different timestamp. This is second, 3 seconds, 4 seconds if you see. This is one more snapshot. So like this it will create snapshot on periodic basis if you schedule this script, right, using BigQuery scheduling option, right? So now this is for demo purpose. Now I would like to use this one because I would like to schedule this script on daily basis instead of every second, right? So let me examine the other script. So to schedule, actually we can schedule the script using this option as well, using GCP console. So I've already discussed this concept in my previous videos. I will try to share that link with this video description, okay? But in this video I will try to use BQ command lines to schedule these scripts. So let us go to that script, right? This is that script. I've been using BQ query. If you see, so these are the different options using legacy file, right? Display name, you will have to provide the display name of that schedule, right? So I'm going to create snapshot for this table. That's where I've given the description like this. So I'm creating that snapshot in this location is Asia South one, and I'm trying to schedule the script every 24 hours, right? and this is the project. If you see, this is the same script. So the expiration time is 30 days for each snapshot. So it will calculate this 30 days from the timestamp on which it is getting created, right? Then it will calculate 30 days from that timestamp. Then it will assign that expiration timestamp to that particular snapshot, right? So this is a target data set. So if you see, this is a procedural script again. So we have declarative part, execution part, and right. So these are the two different stages we have as part of this script, right? Now trying to, once I derive this timestamp snapshot suffix, right? I'm trying to derive using this particular option, right? This is same as this one, right? So then this will append year, month, date to each snapshot, because I'm going to schedule it on daily basis, right? So each day it will assign that date actually, right? Then this is same thing, create snapshot. So this is the DDL statement. So if you see, right, if you observe clearly, there is a change, right? If you see here, it is, I'm using current date or current timestamp, but if you see here, it is run date, run timestamp, right? Run date. So BigQuery command line will recognize current date with this variable, current time with this variable, current date with this variable. That's the only change. Remaining part remains same. Now let me run this query to schedule our BigQuery script, right? Let me go to initiate Cloud Shell, right? Then I will run this. Now copy paste. Now this should schedule the script for every 24 hours. If you see Asia South region, right? Let me execute this query using BQ commands. Now you can see transfer configuration. So internally it uses BigQuery transfer service to schedule and run these things. That's where it is saying transfer configuration successfully created. Now go back to your BigQuery editor again. Here if you go to schedule queries, just click on this, then you will leave this page and it will take you to that particular schedule queries page, right? Now you should see one transfer or schedule transfer has been created. You can see it has been created, right? Today is 3rd July, next schedule is on 4th July, right? So this is how it will create the schedule for the query, right? Go to configuration. If you see, it has been using my credentials, and the owner of this project, it is using my credentials. Now we'll have to create a service account. Now grant necessary permission to that service account to run the schedule, right? I would like to change this user credential from my credential to service account credentials. Let me do that. For that, let us go to IAM, and here if you see service account, go there, right? Now go to create service account details, schedule query, right? This is a service account name. Let me copy this somewhere, right here, for the future purpose. Create and click create and continue. Now you will have to assign the BigQuery role, right? BigQuery user role, which will minimum permission to run jobs, right? Continue. So let me leave this option as it is. Click on done. Right now, this has been created, this service account. Now it has the BigQuery user role. Now, in order to create table snapshot, it needs to have BigQuery data editor on the source dataset or wherever our base table resides, and also BigQuery data editor role on the destination dataset as well. For that, what you can do, go to the BigQuery. Now we need to grant those permission to the service account. Right, let me go to the BigQuery. Now we have, this is our source dataset. We have our base table here. Right, click on the base table. Right, click on share, because I would like to give permissions on table level only. I don't want to give permissions on the dataset level. Right, now we need to copy this service account. Right, add principal. Right, so now you need to assign role BigQuery data editor at that table level. Save. Now you see there are two. Yes, right, now your service account been added to the to this table with BigQuery data editor permissions. Now the same service account, this is our target dataset. Now I would like to give, right, BigQuery data editor permission on the dataset level for the same service account. Click on this dataset, go to sharing, click on permissions, because it has to create multiple snapshots inside this dataset. Now that's why we need to give permissions at dataset level. Add principal. Okay, this is a service account. Role BigQuery data editor. Save. Right, close. You can see there are few snapshots have been already created as part of our earlier tasks. Right, let me delete this. Please pay some attention, have some patience. This is very important concept. It's very much useful in many use cases to create table snapshots. Right, so now this has been created. Right, if you see, so how it has been created, so this is a daily snapshot. If you see, right, so this is one more view option available whenever you create a snapshot on daily basis. So it usually what it will do, right, it will just so combine everything into one view, but you will have different snapshot under this one view. Right, if tomorrow if there is one more snapshot it created with the month 7 and date July 4, it will be like this. There will be one more snapshot coming here on the same year. Right, so this has been created with our initial schedule. Whenever you create a schedule, it will run that script and then it will wait for the next schedule. So it has been created as an initialization step, right, because we have scheduled that script. Right, so it has created one snapshot for today. So next tomorrow it will create one more snapshot. Right, so that is how it works. I hope you are clear. Right, now I have created the service account and granted the required permissions. Now I would like to update my service account to run this particular schedule. Right, this schedule. Right, this schedule. So for that we have to perform certain tasks. Right, let me clear. So let me go to, first of all I need to list my configuration, transfer configuration, because we have already scheduled that script, so it will create a configuration. Right, let me find that configuration details with this bq command. Right, bq ls transfer config true, transfer location, this is the region where we have created that transfer. Now it will list those details. You can see this is my transfer configuration. Now I'll have to copy this. Right, if you see, schedule query, data source id, daily snapshot, because we have scheduled it time every 24 hours. Right, now I'll have to update this here. I'll have to use bq update command for the same transfer configuration to update my credentials. I'm updating my credentials. So far we have used user credentials, my credential. Now I'm asking this transfer configuration to use this service account credential. So what is that service account? This one. Let me copy this service account and paste it over here. Now run this command to update service account credentials. Right. Let me run. Now they should update our service account credentials. Right. User credentials. From user credentials to service account credentials. Now it has been successfully updated. Now go back to your schedule transfer. Now it has already run. So if you, in order to monitor your schedule, if it is running correctly, right, you will have to click on that transfer name here in the schedule page, right? Click on this link, it will take you to that link. Here you will see all the historical runs. It has been successfully run today. It is waiting for the for tomorrow to run, next run, right? Now click on this configuration. You can see now this user has been updated from my user credential to this service account, right? So actually this is a recommended practice or best practice. Always use service accounts to run scripts, right? Either it can be a Python script or any other script like BigQuery script, because this is a standard practice to use service account for security purposes. So avoid using your own user credentials in your actual implementation of the project, right? So this is the recommended practice. I hope you got it, right? So we'll try to meet in the next video. Thank you. Thank you all.